Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden. Today we're going to make a really simple little necklace using some beautiful chain from JJB beads and a few other items that I have in my stash. So let's turn down and we'll look at it over and I'll show you what we're going to do. As I said, we're going to make a really simple necklace, and how we're going to do that is we're going to take this beautiful crystal chain that we got from JJB beads. It comes in 1 foot increments, and I have 2 feet here. We have a and this is from my stash. I have this beautiful heart magnetic clasp, which we will of course put on one side. Then we have this really cool link, some jump rings, and this beautiful crystal point, which has been wrapped in a pave style. And this was a gift to me from Randy Brown, from Thunder Horse Descendant. Isn't that beautiful? So anyway, I've been trying to decide what I wanted to do with that for some time. It's going to stay. This necklace is going to stay in my personal stash, by the way. But this, I thought this needs something special to go with it. And then when I got this this crystal chain, I thought, okay, perfect. This is going to be perfect. So what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to put the clasp on one end, and then on the other end, we are going to hook this link here, and then we're going to hook our pretty piece to the bottom of it, like so. Isn't that going to be pretty? So let's get started and do that. Oh, the first thing, well, it doesn't have to be the first thing, whatever we decide, however we decide to do this. This is going to be very simple, like I said. In fact, the only tools you are going to need, because they've already got these cut in 1 foot increments, and that's how long I want it to be, is the 24 inches. All we need is our 2 pair of chain nose pliers. And that's just so we can open up our jump rings. So we can do this one of 2 ways. We can start by putting the bottom in, or we can start by putting on the clasp. I'm just going to put on the clasp. It's so simple. So we'll just hook it one side. And then tighten those jump rings up. Sure they came together quite nicely there. There we go. Now we get another jump ring and do the other side. So now our clasp is on. See how easy that was? Now we're just going to go put the other stuff on. And again, this is going to be just as easy. All it is opening up our jump rings and hooking them on. Really easy. So we will open another jump ring, put it through the chain link, and then we're going to hook it on to this ring. Okay, one side on. Now we will do the same. Now if you're new and you haven't opened up jump rings before, remember, you always want to grab them on either side and then twist them away from each other like that, rather than pulling them apart. If you pull them apart, you will damage the jump ring. You'll probably never get it back together in a round shape. Now I say that, and I have gotten them out of shape and managed to get them back, but these are not round ones I'm using. I'm using ovals. I always use ovals. I like their the way they work better, and I probably should have put the chain on first because it's fighting me going on now. So there, see how easily that went when I changed it to the other direction. Okay, now then when you put it back together, you just twist it back. Now, if it doesn't come all the way back together easily, this one has a slight gap. I don't know if you can see that in there with it being black against black. But if that should happen, take your pliers and with slight forward motion, or pressure, I should say, work your jump ring back and forth until you feel it scraped together like it just did. Okay, so now that that's tightened back up, I will squish it like here to make sure that it is evenly back together, which it appears to be. And so now we have our chain on our link. Now I'm going to switch this link over just a little bit, if I can get it to go. Yes, it went fine. Because what I want to do now is hook this pretty right here onto this one right here. Now it looks like I have more more jump rings than I needed. That's fine. So this is our last step to finishing this off, is just to put our little pretty crystal point onto the bottom here. Again, we open up our jump ring just like we normally would by taking hold of it and giving it a twist. We're going to put on our crystal first, and then we will hook this onto the bottom here. Now, because this has got that crystal in, and it's a little bit heavier piece than the little chains were, it's giving me a little problem. So if you have that problem and we can't get it, end up not being able to get it going in because it seems a little bit too much is there, then we can change to a bigger jump ring. But I think I can get this. I think I just did get this, in fact. Nope, I knocked it back off. Now we just close it back up. So push this back over here where I want it. It wants to slide up here, and that's fine. It'll hang as it wants to. And it is finished. So as you can see, our necklace is now done. Very simple, very easy, but oh, so elegant. Isn't that pretty? So like I said, I looked for quite some time till I found something I wanted to pair up with my crystal point, and this chain, this crystal chain from Jessie James Beads, is absolutely perfect. So like I say, all you needed to make something like this were your chain nose pliers, your chain, a clasp, a pretty link, and a charm of some kind. So I really love this necklace. Isn't it pretty? So as I say, this one is going to stay with me because the crystal point was a gift, and I really love it. I think it turned out gorgeously. Let's turn up and see it better. Okay, and there is our finished necklace. Isn't it gorgeous? I really love it. This crystal point that I said was a gift is has been waiting around here for some months, waiting for something special to come around to pair it with. And I really think this crystal chain from Jessie James Beads does the trick. Isn't it pretty? I so love it. And these, I got them in 1 foot increments, so it was perfect. I didn't even have to cut anything. It was just went straight because I wanted it to be 24 inches. So it was perfect. I really love it. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, I really like this necklace. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and I hope you had fun making this really simple but gorgeous necklace with me. As you can see, you don't need a lot. It can be a really gorgeous chain and a charm. Or, in this case, a link and a crystal point. And they are really gorgeous. So, I hope you've enjoyed this with me, and I will talk to you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.